Last week, you may have heard some news about this Trans-Pacific Partnership, and Larry, let's go through it. What is it?
Well, it's actually a trade agreement. It's the largest one we have ever negotiated as a regional agreement, and it's 12 countries. If you start on the west coast of South America and bounce from Peru to Chile and then go across the South Pacific to New Zealand and Australia, and then you go up the east coast of Asia, and you're going to run into Brunei and Malaysia and Vietnam and Singapore, and then you're going to get over to Japan, which is one of our largest trading partners, and then you're going to jump across the northern Pacific and go to Canada and the US and then down to Mexico. So all of those countries make up the largest regional trading zone that we've been involved in.
Let's drill that down to Oklahoma. What does this mean for the Oklahoma ag producer?
Well, you know, exports of agricultural stuffs from Oklahoma has become a very important moneymaker for some people in Oklahoma. We probably export $7 to $8 billion a year of agricultural commodities to the rest of the world. And this part of the world, the Pacific Rim there, has become one of our major trading partners as a group. Individually, we still trade a lot with Canada and China and Mexico and Japan, but as a region, we have broken all records here. So what we're probably going to see is that wheat is going to benefit and beef is going to benefit. Depends on what analysis you look at, that pork might as well. Many other countries around the world tax what we sell them.
Right.
Japan, for example, we call those taxes tariffs. Japan's tariff on agricultural goods from the United States is 40%.
Wow.
So if we sell them a $10 bushel of grain, they tack on another $4, and that's what it costs that country. The main reason they're doing it is to protect their domestic market.
Right.
And when they don't have a domestic market in something, they don't produce it, they may not have much of a tax or a tariff. But we only tax on average about 12%.
Really?
It's coming into our country. So we're one of the lowest tariff holders in the world. And this new trade agreement is going to bring some of those tariffs down to zero, and the ones it doesn't bring down to zero will begin to be on a schedule of tariff rate quotas, and they'll be reduced over time. So there's going to be some huge opportunities for people who can export to these countries.
Is this the final deal? Is it all set in stone now? Are we moving forward?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, we're so used to the president supporting or promoting legislation that goes through Congress, and it gets nickel and dime to death.
Right.
You know, the administration, whoever's the president, can negotiate in good faith and bring that to the table of Congress and say, okay, you can vote thumbs up or thumbs down. All the transparency they wanted is coming. So there will be a pretty thorough vetting in November and December about this, but you know, come December before they go home for Christmas or when they come back in January, this will be at the top of the list for Congress to make a decision on.
Okay, thank you much, and we'll have you back several times between now and then, of course. Larry Sanders with Oklahoma State University.